G'day guys, how we going again? We are at Oran Park, and I just did a quick test run session with the current setup I had, and I found it to be very loose in a couple of corners, so I've had to tighten a couple of things up. Um, but Oran Park is just one of those tracks where I haven't been to in a long time, and it's going to be very, very tough to get my head around just where certain things are and whatever else. Like, it is super bumpy here, and I forgot how bumpy it actually was. So I just did a little test run. This is my little telemetry here on how we went, and it didn't go too bad. There was a couple of corners where I was a bit hairy in and just had no idea what I was doing, so it's going to be quite interesting as we start qualifying very, very, very shortly. So Oran Park has been an iconic racetrack for a very, very long time on the Supercars calendar. It's no longer with us, but this brings back a hell of a lot of memories for me. I absolutely love this track. It was the only track that we ever had that had a bridge, and you could go over that bridge and whatever else. It was super fun. This was an absolutely dream track. I remember sitting up on the hill with my uncle and a couple of my cousins and some friends and whatever else, and we used to be able to see the whole track except for this part right here. That was the only part of the track you couldn't see, and the hill I'm talking about is this one right here at the last corner. So an extremely beautiful track, very quick, fast flowing, bumpy as hell, I'll give it that, and exciting, very exciting racing. It was always fun to come here, and it's just sad now that they got rid of it. So this place used to memorize me because of the bridge. Like, absolutely loved having an overpass on a racetrack. It was really, really cool to have. It was just one of those ones that stood out from all the rest. Oh, I can take it flat through there. I've done it plenty of times before. It's just that I'm not getting into the apex. But yeah, no, it is an absolutely beautiful track, this, and it sucks how they got rid of it. But you know, life goes on. Oh, and guys, too, if if this is like your first time ever watching this or whatever else, and you'd never actually played this before and you're young, you wouldn't have even known what Oran Park is. So this is a great example of what Oran Park was like. Obviously, where I'm braking and accelerating is not obviously where they would brake and accelerate, but it was just a spectacular track, and anyone that ever went there or ever seen it on TV will agree with me. Oran Park was an absolutely beautiful place to be. Very relaxing place and full of action. And no matter where you were on the track, you were always pretty close to the cars. Even though you'd think that you'd feel like you're miles away from them, you were very, very close all the time. And I think that was another reason why I like this track so much, because you're super close to the cars. You feel like you're right on top of them sometimes, and it's just a really, really lovely place to go to. And yeah, if you guys are seeing Oran Park for the first time, please hit that like button and comment down your favourite part of the track so far, because my favourite part of the track is the bridge, and I think a lot of people probably agree with me there too. Their favourite part of the track was usually the bridge too, because it was the only track that we ever had that featured one of them. So I'm having to do a lot of steering here. This is tough, but fun as well. Brings back a hell of a lot of memories as we beat our previous time. Can't remember what the previous time was, but you know. We've got suspension issues. I still haven't been able to prove that I can go through there flat. I'm just turning in way too late most of the time. So this will be our last lap. We're pretty consistent here too, 51.62. Again. Well, hopefully I can go through there flat in the race for you. Oh. As we cross the line and just miss out. So that wasn't a bad run at all. We were super consistent there. And where's that going to put us? That's going to put us in provisional pie by nearly a second. Wow. Alright, so Oran Park is good to us. I'm going to give ourselves some super duper soft tyres and let's jump straight into shootout. See what happens. Oh, that last lap I felt was really good. It was just the chicane there kind of screwed me up a little bit. And this turn one here is kind of a bit hasty as well. You've got to make sure that you're on the actual racing line to go in there, because if you're not, you just lock everything up and you just spear off. Oh, almost did it then too. Oh, look at this lap. 51.07. We almost hit the 50s. That was a fucking awesome lap. Just struggling with the braking going into that last corner. Because it's uphill and it's very bumpy. God damn, what a lap time. Yeah, because it's going uphill and it's a lot bumpy, going into that little crest part there, it just seems to lose a lot of grip. Mind you, I'm running a very high car, and it's still seeming to sort of lose some grip. The front splitter must be scraping up against the bottom of the car and on the road, so that's probably our issue. Might actually change the ride height, just put it that little bit higher, by 10%. Take that up as well. So we've got a car for turning in now. Oran Park was established 40 years ago, but it's unique 8 blah 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 yeah. Whatever. Alright, so here we go. We're at Oran Park, where the memories happen. Craig Lowndes gets a blinding start, and we're going to shoot across and be right behind him here, because it's going to be very tricky heading into this first corner, which it is. It's super bumpy. We're side by side with Craig Lowndes and we get him. What a beautiful overtake. Mind you, that was super tough as well. And you know what, guys? I'm just going to fast forward it to the end of the race, because we've won this. No, I'm only kidding. That was an excellent first corner. Now, mind you, it's going to be super hard for the AI to pass. The only easy place for them to pass will be the main straight. But it's going to be super hard to pass me at these corners. And as you can see there, they're well behind straight away. So if anything, this corner here would be their best passing opportunity. But it doesn't feel like we're going to be threatened a lot in this race, or better yet this round. So this is going to help out significantly in the championship after our third place at Queensland. and we can potentially pull away a clean slate here throughout the weekend at Oran Park. Wow, just see that car go up on 2 wheels. God, I love this track. Honestly, I love this track so much. Oh, maybe not. It's just so technical, you know, like it's bumpy, it's fast, it's slow as well, but like it's like if you have got this game and you want to master sort of the whole gameplay of this, do a setup and come race here in these cars, because I tell you what, if you can master this track, you've basically mastered every track on the whole game, because this is a really exciting place to race. It is really exciting, and I love it here. Absolutely love it here. Honestly, if it wasn't for Bathurst, Oran Park would be my favourite racetrack. It would be. Absolutely love Oran Park. It is such a well-designed track. And the funny thing is, like, towards the end of the Oran Park era, they were running out financially and whatever else. Mind you, Eastern Creek is a European-styled circuit, right? And that pulled in more revenue than Oran Park, right? Mind you, there was more people that went to Eastern Creek because of the grandstands and whatever else and blah, blah, blah. But Oran Park was so consistent, like, they never once missed out on a V8 year. I don't think so anyway. Towards the end of their run, they were always saying, oh yeah, this will be the last year, this will be the last year, and then they'd just show up again the following year. And unlike Eastern Creek, where they sort of race there 1 year and don't the next, and then race there again the next year, Oran Park was so consistent, and it was always the round before Sandown. There we go, I went out flat out, kind of. And it was just an exciting lead up to the Enduros. And still to this day, I will admit, hand over my heart and everything, this was one of the most exciting places to ever go to. I can't pass. There we go. Wow, I had to think then, because I was actually just about to pass him, and the yellow flags were out. So if I would have passed him, I would have been penalised. But we are flying. Oh! We are absolutely flying here. We can pit whenever and probably still come out in front. We'll pit now, actually. There we go. So, guys, this track. God, I love this track so much. Mark Winterbottom passes us, so does Marcus Ambrose. Cameron McConville's coming down now. Max Wilson's next in line, along with Alex Davidson, Jason Richards, Stephen Johnson. Oh shit, we're going to come out in a train here. Come on, get out in clean air, get out in clean air. Come on, let us go, let us go, let us go. Thank you. Lovely pit stop. Comes out in 10th. And the cool thing is they're only just there, so once they pit, we're going to easily swamp them. And I'm pretty sure that's Craig Lowndes behind us. He is still quite far away from us. Beautiful cornering. God! There's Marcus Ambrose in the pits. Pass him up to 9th. I'm just in awe of how nice this track is. Like, it's, like I was saying before, it is so technical. Like, I'm, and believe it or not, I'm actually struggling. Like, but it's, oh God, it's so flowing. Like, you make a mistake, you basically fucked up your lap. But like, as you can see there, I'm 2 seconds slower, so if you screw up somewhere, you're gonna, you know, screw yourself. But it's just so flowing, it's so consistent. On the racing line, it's super consistent. It doesn't change. Even if you deviate off a little bit, there's a different aspect to the track, so it might be a little bit more bumpier than what it is on the race line. But like, it is just a wonderful place. Like I said, a very technical one at that. And if you can master this track, bloody hell, you can master any track on this game. Oh. There's Stephen Johnson. He's actually just going into the pit lane now. He hasn't even stopped yet. That moves us up to 7th. But that's how quick we are. We're actually catching them. Oh, wow. Let's see how close we can get this wall here. It's Russell Ingall, I'm pretty sure it was. It looked like it. I love this track, I love this track, I love this track, I love this track. So this guy here is actually not racing with us. So he should be getting blue flagged by now. Yeah, he is. He's moved over significantly as we pass 1, 2, 3 cars in the pit lane. That takes us to 2nd. See, that's how quick we are today. We passed Simon Wills. I'm pretty sure that's Simon Wills. We passed him just before we pitted, and now we've caught back up to him again. I honestly can't wait until I finish this race so I can see how far in front I am. As there he goes into the pits, and that's going to take us to 1st. Look at that, beautiful. And we are miles in front. So this is going to help out significantly in the championship. We're in 8th at the moment. Craig Lowndes keeps finishing 2nd though. We're not going to win the championship, but who knows? We had a couple of bad runs. Couple of DNFs, couple of rage quits. But it's all starting to pay off. These last few rounds are going to be extremely exciting. We're only half a second slower than our fastest lap time, which is fine. Oh, what a corner. What a corner. I get a feeling this is going to be the fastest lap of the race here. Oh god. Trying to catch a tonne and a half worth of car there. It's not fun, trust me. We've got suspension problems now, but you know, that doesn't matter. Oh, it kind of does actually. Around here, I can feel it. It's a hell of a lot heavier. Can we beat it? No. Almost. We just had to correct ourselves there. A bit of oversteer on the way into that corner. Oh, this is the last lap. Far out, that's gone quick. Look at that, no one on the map. Oh, there's Lansy there. I was trying to take it flat for you on the last lap, but it's not going to work. But guys, we have one more race to go, but Jesus Christ, I'm nearly in tears of how good this track is. We clipped the wall on the way out. Let's see how close we can get to the wall here. Oh, so close as we crossed the line. In first, where we belong. That was a really, really good race. I enjoyed that. Finished 26 seconds in front of everybody. Wow. Did we lap anyone? No? Okay. Steve Owen, again, our man, finishing 20th. Alright, so that's that done. We're not going to do a damn thing to the car. We're going to run it the same way we did before. Oh, we're going to jump straight into the next race. So here we go. The last race at Oran Park for this season. As we tried to do the same thing we did in the first race, but it didn't end up working out. Lansy was all over it that time. And he's gone. Lansy's fucked off. I'm kind of not talking because I know I'm right behind Lowndes, but because of how bumpy this track is, I don't really want to mistake myself, bump myself off the road, so I'm just trying to keep it on the black stuff as much as I can and try and pass Lowndes. He seems to be a bit quicker than me at the moment. Oh. This is quite tough now. So the only problem with that corner is I can't actually get him because the corner deviates back onto the racing line, and I've got to brake before the actual corner now because of the whole drafting thing. He's had a shit exit coming out of that corner. Oh, we've had a shit exit coming out of there. Can we get him? Oh, gone well wide. Oh, that's put us off. All that momentum gone. Had a good run out of the last corner though. Here we come down the main straight. How did we beat our last lap there? Here we go. Down the inside. Oh. We're all over the back of him. We're not letting it easy on him. Turn. I really didn't want to get out of the throttle then because I know that I was going to lose time, but I've lost a fair amount of time anyway. Oh, I hit the grass. Alright, I'm going to give Lansy the opportunity to pit. I'm going to do one more lap and then I'm going to come into the pits on this lap here. Oh shit, no. No. Please don't. Get, move. Move, Owen. Thank you. Alright, what's that going to do? Here we go, into the pits. So I don't know where Lounsey is. Jason Bright's right behind us. He's pitted as well. There's Lounsey all the way over there, that yellow dot on the screen. So where will that put us compared to Lounsey? Here we go. 5 seconds left. Where's Lounsey on the map? Here they come now. Lounsey's nowhere to be seen on the map. He's nowhere to be seen on the map. Where is he? He's nowhere. We've come way out in front of him. Oh, look, there he is right behind us. So the overcut worked. And we're in front of Lowndes by some margin. That was an excellent lap though I did while he was in the pits. I think that's the reason why. But if I deviated offline just a little bit, he would have overtaken me while I was in the pits. That's put us in 8th though, so that's still pretty good. Oh, far out, it's bumpy through that corner. As well as that too, guys, I just want to remind everyone, for the new subscribers that haven't seen the career mode before, this is V8 Supercars 3. One of probably the best V8 games, oh no, sorry, it is the best V8 game, V8 Supercars game there is, because it's the latest addition to the Supercars one, back in 2006. So we haven't had a game since. But yeah, it's still fun. I'm running at 105% difficulty. It is quite challenging. There have been a few races that didn't go to plan, obviously. There's a few DNFs there. Shanghai Japa and Eastern Creek were two of my least favourite. But every other track has sort of been alright since then. I'm probably missing my... Oh, Bukakawi was bad too. Only for one race. Or was it the whole weekend? I can't remember. But no, it hasn't been too bad. It's been a pretty good season. We're running at 8th at the moment. So if you want to go back and have a look, they should all be in order of like concession of videos. This one started, I think, back in February or March. And, oh, Jesus. As we lock up and go into the grass there. So guys, if you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a like down, comment on anything you want. You can even dislike the video if you want. I always say that to my viewers. If you just want to dislike videos, it doesn't really matter. It just makes me want to work harder to come out with a better video for the next one. But if you do, or if you are enjoying this, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that icon to let you know that these videos will be up. Plus I do recaps for the Supercars as well. So if you just want to see them, yes, please do subscribe. Oh god, get away from that wall. 1, 2, 3. Just to let him know I was there. I just scraped the wall a bit. I went on eBay the other day and I bought myself Rugby League Live 1, Rugby League, like the first one, the 2005 edition. And what else did I get? I bought myself another game as well. Oh, Formula 1's 2002, because it came with the DVD from the 2001 highlights. So I'm waiting for them to come in the mail. Craig Lowndes is catching up, by the way. This is not good. Come on, where's the car I had last round? Last video. Ah, fucking last race. Jesus Christ. We'll get it out soon. God, he's catching up pretty quick. So I'm actually waiting for them to show up. Knowing that the Bulldogs lost last night to the St George Illawarra Dragons, I started playing Rugby League Live 4 on the PlayStation 4. And I played the Dragons and I won 70-0. So if only the real Bulldogs would play like that, it'd be all good. But you get that. There we go, we're overtaking the last two people. Boom boom. Lowndes still behind us. We're not running away like we did in the last race. He's actually catching up, which is sad. Considering we pitted the lap after and we got better tyres. We got 51-second better tyres than he does. Oh god, I'm just all over the shop. Oh, wow. We're still quite consistent, which is good. And we're braking a little bit later now, we're heading into turn 1. I don't know if it's working or not, but yeah. Oh god, how close is that? Oh, we just beat it. 51.13. Finally. On our second last lap, we beat it. Alright, now we're starting to pull away from Lowndes. Couldn't have come in a bit of time as this is the last lap. My cat's coming out to celebrate with me. I don't think there was a moment this week where I was able to take that corner flat. But it doesn't matter because first place for both races is all we need. As we cross the line at Oran Park, thank you very much, a 50.82 as we cross the line. That was our quickest lap of the weekend. And guys, that was brilliant. 4 seconds in front and we managed to get the fastest lap of the race on the last lap as Lowndes, Bright, Rick Kelly, Alex Davison, Marcus Ambrose, Stephen Richards, Max Wilson, Anthony Trapp, Mark Winterbottom finishing in 10th, Cameron McConville, Paul Radisich, Stephen Johnson, Craig Baird, Greg Murphy, Todd Kelly, Russell Ingle, Paul Morris, Simon Wills, Jason Richards, I'm pretty sure, and Steve Owen, our man, finishing in last. Where does that put us in the championship? That puts us up to 5th, so we have jumped significantly after the last 2 rounds. It's getting more intense now as Craig Lowndes on 1,311 points, followed by, and quite pretty far behind too, Todd Kelly on 1198, Stephen Johnson 1179, Anthony Trapp on 1141, and we're just at 1079, and Marcus Ambrose is 1 point behind us. So it's getting quite interesting now, guys. There's only 5 rounds to go. It's getting super excited. Steve Owen on 280 points for the whole year. Sad, but true. Guys, that is it. Hope you've enjoyed bloody hell, Oran Park. Yeah, that's the one. Sandown is our next race, and just to let you know, there should be 5 races after this. I'm pretty sure there's only 1 race here. It is the endurance time at Sandown, Bathurst, Surfers Paradise for 3 races, Simmons Plains for another 3, and Phillip Island for the final 3. So guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see more of these guys. Sandown is our next race. This is going to be super exciting. It's kind of good. It's very quick. I seem to know how to set up the car really well for here. We'll see how we go. And then we're off to Mount Panorama for that's probably going to be my biggest video of the career mode. I know everyone's looking forward to seeing me whip around Bathurst. And Streets of Surfers is going to be quite interesting. I'm not too sure on how we're going to go there. Simmons Plains again, and Phillip Island again is not too sure. But guys, Sandown is this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down on something you want to see. Very, very soon though, I will say this, right at the end of the career mode will be some setup videos and some time trial videos as well. And we're going to see how far we can push ourselves to get the best times around the tracks. I know that I've managed to do a 1:43 around here at Bathurst, and that was just a one-off thing. I've never been able to do it again, and I did it about 5 years ago, so it's quite difficult. And that was with a default setup too, so you can imagine how quick I'd go with an actual proper setup. So guys, do all that good stuff, and I shall see you all very soon for Sandown.